Pat's Nation doesn't do participation trophies. The air in Foxborough is thick right now because the Bills are trying to poach one of our absolute grinders on the defensive line. Meanwhile, our plans to fix this offense just hit a massive roadblock coming out of Indy. But the real bombshell is the talk about a trade for one of the most dominant pass rushers in the league. The future of this rebuild is on the line, and things are about to get real. Make sure you hit that sub button so you don't miss a thing. Let's hit that 1,000 subscriber mark and show everyone how New England rolls. Look, I've seen this movie before and I'm over it. We work our tails off to find a lunch pail guy, someone who actually knows what it means to get their jersey dirty in the trenches, and then a division rival tries to swoop in and steal the prize. Khyiris Tonga was a total find for us. He came in on a team-friendly deal, started 8 games, and was a huge reason why we made that Super Bowl run. He's got that massive frame we need in the middle and 5 years of league experience to reset the line of scrimmage. But now, Joe Buscaglia out of Buffalo says the Bills are salivating over him. They're switching to a 3-4, and they know Tonga is the missing piece to let Deone Walker loose. They're talking $8.5 million over 2 years. If they let him cross the border to play for Buffalo, I'm going to go find Vrabel and give him a piece of my mind myself. I'm old school. To me, football is won by punching people in the mouth up front. Tonga dealt with some nagging injuries, I get it. Those ribs and the foot issue sidelined him for a bit, but the guy is pure heart. Mike Vrabel is always preaching about family, and he even wore that lei Tonga's mom made before the Super Bowl. If we're going to talk about that brotherhood and the winning culture, it makes zero sense to let a guy walk who gave us 7 tackles and a sack in the playoffs as a 7th-round pick. Free agency starts March 11th, and the Bills are just waiting for the green light. Pat's Nation shouldn't sit back and watch a pillar of the defense leave for a rival just over a few million bucks. If the goal is to get back on top, you keep the guys who put their bodies on the line. If he leaves, our run defense is going to be a sieve, and we're going to regret it big time. I'm tired of watching this offense search for an explosive target and coming up empty. Everyone in Foxborough knows we need a wideout who can actually stretch the field and make a secondary respect the deep ball. Alec Pierce was at the top of a lot of lists, but the Colts decided to make our lives difficult. Jeremy Fowler from ESPN dropped the news that Indy is going to do whatever it takes to keep him, whether it's a long-term deal or that dreaded franchise tag. They basically told Pierce he's not going anywhere. That's a massive blow to our free agency plans because the receiver market is already insane. And if he's off the board, our quality options just plummeted. $27 million for a tag on a receiver? The Colts have either lost their minds or they're absolutely terrified of losing him. The real issue is the price tag on this whole mess. People are saying Pierce could command $20 million a year on the open market. With our current cap situation, sticking a contract like that on the books gives me the chills. Sure, we could restructure Stephon Diggs or move some money around, but is it worth the sacrifice for a guy the Colts are treating like the next Jerry Rice? The tag deadline is tomorrow, March 3rd, and we're stuck watching this chess match. If Daniel Jones doesn't sign, they'll use the transition tag on him and lock Pierce down anyway. The truth is our search for an elite target is getting more expensive and more complicated by the hour. If Plan A falls through, Mike Vrabel is going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat in the draft or find a bargain guy who actually understands what it means to do your job. I can't handle another season of receivers who can't create separation. This rebuild needs real talent, not just mid-tier names with superstar paychecks. If we don't play this smart, we're going to overpay for someone who doesn't move the needle. Listen up. If you're sleeping on this, wake up now. Albert Breer just put out the info every real Patriots fan has been waiting for. Max Crosby might be on his way out of Vegas. And guess who's at the front of the line to go get him? That's right, us. The timing is perfect. The Raiders are heading into a total teardown, likely with a rookie QB. And Crosby has made it clear he wants to win right now. The guy is a mountain of a man, a total freak of nature with nearly 70 career sacks. Last season, even with the Raiders struggling, he still notched 10 sacks. Do you realize what that means? He solves our biggest problem by himself. In 2025, our defense was an embarrassing 26th in the league with only 35 sacks. That isn't New England football. That's unacceptable. Seeing Crosby in a number 98 Patriots jersey would be like having Willie McGinnis back on the field. The money side of this actually makes me optimistic. He's under contract through 2029, making about $29 million a year. But the Raiders would eat most of the dead cap if they trade him now. We have the space, we have the desperate need, and most importantly, we have Mike Vrabel, a guy Crosby has tons of respect for. There are even whispers that he specifically wants to play for Vrabel. Imagine this animal coming off the edge while Barmore collapses the pocket from the inside. That's the kind of move that turns a team that almost made it into a team that finishes the job. If we don't pull the trigger, we're left praying that a kid from the draft like Cassius Howell pans out immediately. But the window is open right now. Crosby is a generational player. If the Raiders and Tom Brady are wavering, we need to fly across the country and bring him home. This isn't just a signing. It's a warning to the rest of the NFL that the Patriots are back. Pat's Nation is ready for this, and I don't want to see anything less than total aggression. It's now or never. Stop everything and focus on what matters. The New England Patriots don't settle for being close, and these market moves show that this rebuild is at a breaking point. Between keeping Tonga out of our rivals' hands, deciding if we should break the bank for Pierce, or betting the house on a monster like Crosby, the front office is in the hot seat. The weight of our history demands aggression and perfect execution. We don't accept anything less than the top, because winning is in this franchise's DNA. The story of this rebuild is still being written, but the grace period for making mistakes is over. Drop a comment below. This space belongs to everyone who still believes in the do your job way.